I realized this morning that I did not do my challenges yesterday. Oops. Hi everybody, today I am doing another Plan As You Go video where I show how I use my Erin Condren horizontal and my bullet journal in tandem for an entire month. I came out of this weekend thinking, fuck dude, I need to get my life back on track. And then yesterday I got a lot done during the day, and then after school things just went haywire again. And today there's a lot going on, so I need life to sort of stay at least somewhat manageable today. So I need to get today set up. I don't have anything extra to put on any of the other days this week so far. I just need to finish getting Tuesday set up. And while I do, I actually want to answer a question. Normally I'm not great about getting into the comments. I do read all the comments, but I'm not always good at answering them because I'm frazzled as fuck, as you can tell. But I got one yesterday that I wanted to talk about here in the video rather than answering in the comment section. It came from Heather Edgerton. She said, "Hi Cindy, thanks for the snapshot into your life with teens. I'm a single mother of 2 teens and can vouch for exactly everything you said, LOL. I have a question. I've watched you since you first started with your lettering channel and wonder something. Has planning changed how you function daily? What I mean is, I'm a super fly by the seat of my pants person and have trouble sticking to the plans I write out of my bujo, and it makes me feel super disorganized and kind of lets me down. Were you ever like that? Has planning changed that for you?" I also am a fly by the seat of my pants kind of person a lot of the time, and I appreciate that about myself. I'm busting out my Krissyanne Designs stickers so that I can get working on Tuesday. I'm not exactly the most organized person in the world. I know I do planners on my channel and shit, but like, honestly, part of the reason I have the planners and the bullet journal is because if I don't write things down, I will forget about them. I am very forgetful, and as my kidney disease has gotten worse, I have gotten more forgetful, and maybe I'm just using that as an excuse, probably am, but between teenagers and feeling like crap and having a lot of things going on and overcommitting myself to all of the things, I tend to forget shit a lot. And so if I write them down, the chances of me remembering them are a lot higher. Do I follow my exact plans? No. But what I have found by planning over the years is that it has helped me, at the very least, remember the important things and get them taken care of, even if I don't follow my plans to the letter, even if I don't get everything on my to-do list done. By using a planning system, the big things, the important things, the things that matter don't fall through the cracks quite as often. And that was something I struggled a lot with before I found this system. So I don't know if that answers your question. Like, my shit's a hot mess on the regular, but at the very least, by doing this, I am able to kind of remember the things that have to get done. I don't know if that's inspirational or not, but that's the truth. So I'm putting down a little gas sticker because one of the things that has to get done before I head into all of this situation is that I need to get gas. I need to do it before this all starts. Otherwise, I am going to be hating my life. And then the other thing I want to put down on here is film, because even though this is Plan As You Go month, I have some videos I can start pre-filming for November to get ahead. We're doing our fake family Thanksgiving a little bit ahead of the regular Thanksgiving in November, and I'm doing a sermon in November. So I need to, the more I can get done ahead of time, the less painful it's going to be. That, I think, is going to sum up my Erin Condren. So, Heather, I hope that answered your question. I feel like it was kind of vague, but like, it's kind of the best answer I've got is that yes, planning has helped, but it has not fundamentally changed my personality. I've just adapted my planner system to suit my natural tendencies. Like, I'm not trying to overly schedule my days because I don't like to live my life that way, and it's not my natural inclination. So instead, I'm trying to plan in a way that sort of anticipates my blind spots and tries to stopper those. I know I will forget to mail a bill or turn in paperwork ahead of time. I'm always running late on that shit. And so if I say my due date is actually a week before the actual due date is, the chances of me getting it in on time are a lot higher. Some people think it's odd that I keep the clock in my car 10 minutes fast, but by doing that, I ensure I'm always on time, right? So Like little things like that. I'm basically tricking myself out of being like a flaky ass clown, which is my normal tendency. So that's how I use planning, basically, if that makes any sense. I did take a painkiller last night because it was a rough night in terms of not feeling great. And I think part of that was because like I got a little enthusiastic. The decluttering part of the Wild 30 started, and I got a little enthusiastic with decluttering my closet, and I felt it later. Just saying. Irresponsible decluttering. Now I got to go to my challenges, and I got to catch up on 2 days because I just completely glossed over them yesterday. I didn't even remember I did until this morning, and I looked at my plan and I was like, oh, completely forgot to do that. So I have 2 lettering challenges. One is Get Out, which if you have not seen, I highly recommend. It is an excellent movie. I saw it in the theater. And the other is The Shining, which I have not a controversial opinion about, but I have a common opinion about. And it is that I think it is a fantastic horror movie, but I do not like it as an adaptation of what I consider to be an excellent Stephen King book. I think that, and this is going to be my Stephen King nerd coming out here, but I feel like Jack Nicholson played the character of Jack Torrance as crazy from the start, whereas in the book, it's really about a family falling apart under the pressures of alcoholism and cabin fever. Like you're rooting for the family in the book. You want them to do well in the book. And in the movie, you kind of think that they're kind of like destined to fall apart from the beginning. It's a great movie. I just have to look at it as not a Stephen King adaptation so I don't get grouchy. And that's my neckbeard kind of Stephen King fangirl outlook on that. Just thought you should know. You probably don't care. But Get Out is a fantastic movie. That was the easy catch up for me. The longer taking catch up is going to be the doodle challenge. You see, I have the Queen of Hearts here from Sunday. I love her. Passionately identify with her, especially right now as I'm PMSing really hard. So both the challenges for yesterday and today are Monstro, the whale from Pinocchio, which I am going to try and just do a little bit of here in the corner because I don't have a lot of room for a big ass fucking whale on here. Let's just put it that way. Shan Yu from Mulan. So let's see if I can do this, because then after those 2 are in, I still have an additional 8 more I have to fit in here. Shit. So there, I just tried to squish them into the corner to leave as much room as possible. All right. So now moving forward to my time tracker. I got a lot done yesterday, but I had to spend... So, okay. I have a story to tell you about yesterday and while I'm filling my time tracker in. Yesterday, I got in the car, and this is going to make me sound like the biggest pushover parent, but I just did it, so no judgment. So yesterday I went to pick my kid up from school. The problem here is that I have to leave a little bit early to pick up my kid from school because I live across the street from a different school and I have to leave. They get out about the same time, so I have to leave early enough to avoid traffic here. Because of the way the parking lot and everything works at the high school, waiting in pickup line is not necessarily the most efficient or best way to do things. I went to bed at this time last night, but I didn't actually fall asleep for hours. Because my husband and I actually sat talking for about an hour and then I just could not sleep. I was feeling so crummy. So I'm going to put that I slept, even though I didn't actually sleep, but the light was off and I was laying there and I'm not really sure how else to mark. I don't have a color for laying in bed sleepless. Anyway, all over the place conversation here. So I went to the school. I park near the school so that once the cars clear out, I can go pick my kid up who will be waiting for me, right? So I pull into a spot on the street to park to wait, right? Just as I turn the car off, about 5 minutes before school gets out, my kid texts me and says, there's musical auditions today. And so I was like, so you don't need me to pick you up right now? And they were like, nope, I will text you when I'm done. And I'm like, okay, great. And I didn't even put my shoes on. I had my slippers on. That was how little I expected to be out of the house. So I was like, okay, fine. So I drove home. And at this point, the traffic by my house is super bad because there is, the school had gotten out. So I finally get to my house, pull into the driveway, turn off the car. Just as I turn off the car, I get another text that says, oh, they got moved. And so I was like, so you need me to come get you? I'm like, yep. And I'm like, God damn it. There's my time tracker for the day. Oh, to mail that today. I'm just kind of looking at this for a second to figure out what I need to do. As you can see, I got most of what I had on my list done yesterday, which felt really good. Anyway, so then I get in the car. I let my other kid who had just walked in the door know, like, get a snack, start your homework. I'm going to go get your sister. And so I left, drove back to the high school, and picked up my kid. Gets in the car. We're talking about Spirit Week being this week because it's big game week. And I was like, okay, so what's tomorrow? And they were like, it's Twins Day. And I'm like, well, what are you doing for that? And they were like, I'm dressing up with my friend. And I'm like, black and white flannels and our black leggings. Oh no, my black leggings are at Dad's house. Their dad lives across town. And I was like, okay, so can we figure out a way to get your leggings over here at some point in the afternoon? My kid was like, well, I have my keys. Can we just go over there now and get them? And I'm like, okay, text your stepmom, let them know that you were coming over there. Let's go get your brother because I'm not leaving him at home by himself because even though all of his electronics, even though he has been, he's on restriction from electronics, teenagers will find a way. Just like in Jurassic Park, life will find a way. Teenagers will find the electronics if you're not careful. So we went and got brother, drove across town, got the freaking leggings, got home. That point it had been about an hour and a half since I had originally gotten in the car in my slippers. Mind you, I'd still not put actual shoes on. Now I know this makes me sound like a pushover, and I probably am, but at that point I figured, let's just take care of it. I don't even want to deal. My older kid did wind up going through their dresser and decluttering some of their stuff and getting their homework done, and they did a lot of stuff they were supposed to do yesterday. So a part of me doesn't feel too bad about going out of my way to do something for them. But at the same time, it was just like, come on, get your shit together, right? Okay. Anyway, with all that rambling being said, I'm going to start getting my day planned out. Yesterday, I suggested I was going to do 2 small boxes for church and home and then 1 big box for work. And I think I'm going to try that today because I'm kind of in the same situation. I need to get a lot of work done, but I've got a couple of things for church and for home, and maybe I'll like the look of it better. So I'm going to try that. Let's experiment. Let's think outside the box, if you will. Yeah, I like the look of this. I wonder if this is going to work. So I'm going to fill it in, pulling things from my monthly list and my weekly list and a couple of things like off of my editorial calendar. And I think that will keep me going. I also, oh shit, there's one other thing I wanted to do that I forgot to draw in here. Actually, I lied. I'll put it here. For my home, I want to get some laundry done today and I need to get gas. But what I also need to do is put my schedule. How am I going to do this? I had meant to do it on here and I totally forgot to. Damn it. This is what happens when I talk. We figured out today's kind of schedule and I want to put that in. So maybe I'll put that here and then gas somewhere in there. Okay, I'll figure this out. Let me get the rest of my to-do list and I'll think about how I'm going to do this. All right, so I got my little schedule here. It's basically dropping my kid off at rehearsal, then going to my rehearsal, bringing my other kid with me with his stuff for his concert, because as soon as my rehearsal's over, I have to head straight to his school to drop him off because he has to be there early for his concert tonight, then run home, freshen myself up, go to the concert at 7. My kid is getting a ride home. My other kid's getting a ride home from their rehearsal with somebody who lives in our neighborhood, and then they're heading straight over to the school to finish watching the concert. And my husband will hopefully show up somewhere in that time. It is going to be an intense, basically from about 4:30 until 8:30, we are going to be on the go. And then after that, we'll probably just go pick up some food from somewhere because there's just no way. There's no fucking way. We have always told our kids one activity each, and there are just times of the year naturally when everything sort of coalesces. It's the last week of the trimester for the middle school, and so this is when like the concert happens, but it's also big game week. So my other kid has lots of rehearsals and things like that to get ready for the halftime show, and it's just everything's conflicting. And normally we try and have a laid back evening schedule. That is our goal, but tonight is not one of those nights. Plus I have rehearsal, which we originally scheduled it around RJ's concert, not knowing that they were going to have an extra Tuesday night rehearsal for marching band this week, which just threw everything. When we were talking about when we could rehearse, if I had known Katie was going to have a Tuesday night rehearsal, I probably would have said maybe not this Tuesday, but whatever, we can do what we can do, and I'll give a chance to sing. Regardless of how frazzled I am, singing always makes me feel a little bit better. So hopefully. My heater just kicked in, which means it's time for me to stop my rambling and get on this massive list. So that is what I'm going to do. And in honor of Heather's question that we talked about earlier in this video, I would love for you to give your thoughts. Has planning helped you figure out your life better? Has planning helped, have you found something with your planning system that has helped you get more efficient or made you feel like your shit is a little bit more together? Like, how has planning helped you? Or if it hasn't, what is it that you're looking to have helped by your planning? What are you looking for? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you so much, Heather, for asking that question. It was really awesome. And thank you all of you for sticking around through my rambling in this episode of my storytelling. And as always, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow for another Plan As You Go video.